Alright, YouTube and Fallout community, so today guys we are asking the question, should the Explorer Perk return in the next Fallout? Explorer was quite different prior to Fallout 3. It just gave you a higher chance of finding special places and people in random encounters. Fast forward to Fallout 3 New Vegas, if you take on the Explorer Perk, it reveals every single location on the map for you. Fast forward even further to Fallout 4 in 2015, and when they introduced the new perk chart, I was actually quite surprised to see that the Explorer Perk was not on there. They actually took that out of the series, which I found to be kind of weird. Fallout 3 New Vegas, the Explorer Perk was one of my favorite perks. It's one I took every time. I think you had to be level 20 to get it. I might be out to check that as I do the editing. I think you had to be level 20 to get it, and it would reveal all the locations on the map. Of course, you had to go to discover them still, but this was a perk I took on with pretty much every single playthrough, if not every playthrough, of Fallout 3 and New Vegas. And you could argue that it's kind of a crutch perk, because I'm sure most people took this perk on whenever they got to that level, or at least some level above it. And the fact that it's such a strong and powerful perk, because it shows you every single location on the map, that they probably took it out to make it a little more immersive, make it a little more roleplay, so you have to actually go out and discover all those locations yourself, and you don't already have them mapped out for you. But all the same, it's still a popular perk, and it's kind of crazy to take it out. Now, if you're a stats guy, you could also argue that it is a waste of a perk, because it does not actually give you anything. Something like, like Gun Nut or something like that, where it'd give you, +5 to your different kind of gun stats. This does nothing for you. It just shows you every single location on the map. Much like the Here Now perk, which is a perk that I've actually kind of used in the past, it just grants you an immediate level up. Just whatever, you just level up right away, and you get the skill points for that. And in my younger days of Fallout, I thought that was cool. It's like, hell yeah, let's level up, let's throw some points into some skills, whatever, let's get a perk out of this, all that shit. But if you actually look at it from an outside perspective, it's a waste of a perk. You could actually be taking on something that actually increases your stats, or you could level up your lock picking or your hacking, or something that'll actually benefit you in your playthrough. Whereas like the Here Now does not, and you could argue that the Explorer doesn't actually help you, even though it shows you all the locations. You could just find those on by yourself anyway. My biggest gripe or biggest issue with Fallout 4 not having the Explorer perk is, about a year and a half out from release, and I have no idea if I've discovered every location, every at least marked location. Of course, there's probably plenty of unmarked locations I've never found. But that's one of the benefits with Fallout 3 New Vegas, is when you took on the Explorer perk, it would mark every location on the map, and as long as it had that square with the line through it, you know that you have not yet went there and discovered that location, and that's what you could do. That's what I would do a lot of time in my free time when I'd be playing Fallout 3 New Vegas. Or if I just want to kill some time, I'll throw on the game, and I'll be like, well, I know there's a good handful of locations I have not discovered, so let's go see what these buildings and these places are about. And I've actually done that with Fallout 3. With Fallout 3, I've actually gone through every single location and explored them and discovered them, and that's why I think Fallout 3 holds up so well for me personally. Because I've actually gone through, because of the Explorer perk, and discovered and cleared out every single location in Fallout 3. And it also helped with the DLCs, especially like Point Lookout, where there's actually an achievement or a trophy for discovering every location in Point Lookout. The Explorer perk would work for DLCs as well, so it's kind of nice going into those DLCs and knowing all the available locations. And for me personally, it helped add to the replay value of Fallout 3 New Vegas. I'm sure most of us have played, I don't know how many countless playthroughs, but for me it helped because it revealed the faction-based locations. So say I sided with the Brotherhood on this one playthrough, you learn that there's Legion-based locations. You can only access those locations if you side with the Legion. It's like, well, now that I know that exists, I might do a second playthrough after this one and side with the Legion so I can see what's up with that location and what these places are all about. It was also beneficial in general on replays. If you did like a cold playthrough, the first or second time, you didn't want things spoiled for you, so you just played it, didn't take on the Explorer perk, and you just wanted to discover things organically. But on a second or third playthrough, you might be like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care about spoilers, I don't care about knowing where every single location is, so I'm going to go ahead and take this perk, just so I can get this shit out of the way, because, the beginning parts of Fallout 3 New Vegas, it's kind of repetitive, so you just kind of want to blow through all that really quick, so you might not care. Of course, it's a later perk, it's a level 20 perk, but you get what my meaning. Anyways, guys, I've been wanting to open up this discussion for quite some time now, finally getting around to making the video. So let me know in the comments below what your guys' thoughts were on the Explorer perk in Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Is it a perk you took on pretty often? Did you ever take it on? Did you ever even try it out? Did you prefer to discover locations organically? Let me know all that shit below, guys. Anyways, if you went on to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Till it comes to conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place. 'Cause I want you.